Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? This is your boy Lewis with Demigods Gaming. Hope everybody had a great Easter weekend at the time of this recording. So, on today's episode, what we're going to work on, we're going to do a quick recap real quick. Last episode, what we did was we ended up unlocking the mixer, forge, and upgrading our station. What we're going to do today is we're going to start getting this base powered with powered. I off-recorded when and collected all the stuff needed to have it accomplished so we can get that done and ran, and we're going to go ahead and try to knock out a mission or two depending on which ones we get. I also went ahead and upgraded to steel tools. We have a steel axe and steel pickaxe. That's going to help us collect the platinum, going to help us collect the titanium. That's going to help us collect the aluminum. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move forward. I did add a couple more cupboards. Started trying to do somewhat the organization. If you take a look during the off recording, went ahead and collected a bunch of goodies that we need. So with that being said, let's go on to town. All right, the first thing we're going to need to do that is we are going to need to make a bio pump. What this pump is going to do is going to let us run water. This is the beginning steps so you can start running biofuel. Take a look. We need some more steel ingot. I thought I had grabbed everything. Got some more copper wire. So with that, thought I had counted everything, but apparently I miscounted somewhere. We're gonna do another 4. And with that being said, we're also going to, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add this to start harvesting that silica that we have outside, but we're gonna need more steel. Oh, let's go ahead and grab. Remember what I told you guys on last episode? I like to use the iron bars. Let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if you guys like to use the ore or the bars. The ratio is 3 bars, iron ingot bars versus 6 ores. Which ratio do you guys like to use? We're going to go ahead and craft that. So while that's crafting, we're going to go ahead and start the process of running power to the base. I also made these canisters. You are going to need these canisters because it's the only way you can use the biofuel system to transfer. We're going to go ahead and pop on the light. We have this here. Oop, wrong one. Got a little bit too ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and place this in our hot bar. We're going to put that there. Okay. Then we're going to go grab the tree sap that we have made already. Grab that many. And we are going to use the tree sap. And we're going to use tree sap and wood. So as you see, we are producing bio, but we need to fill it up because if you connect it to a water connection speed, it increases how fast can we produce the biofuel, which we'll use that with the pump. But we need to have the fuel in the pump before we do that. So you take a look, you can use different items. They all produce 100. Okay, to get 500 you are going to have to use this one right here, the seed oil gives you 500 per fill, and you have this one which is guana seeds. I take it, and you're done, make 500. So while that's being done, we're going to go ahead and take advantage and start running our power. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to craft this. Once the steel is done, we'll start getting this right here. This is silica. Oh, during that time frame, go ahead and put this water pump. You have to put it in water. Okay, and then you can run this however you guys want. I'm going to connect it here. From here, I kind of just run it along here. Give it a little bit more of the aesthetic look, because if you take a look, we're going to try our best to keep it somewhat aesthetic wise. It is a little bit difficult because this is what I like about the game. It pays attention. You can't crease the pipe. So we're going to run it like this. I like to run it. What I like to do my best to run it along the edge of the whole base. So one of these hoses, as we're going to call them, will last you. You can get away with it'll last you to do the whole. So you pretty much don't have to craft like multiple ones. You just got to craft one, and you can use that for your base. I'm going to go up to here due to the fact that eventually we are going to end up making this base bigger. Oh, I also tamed a bison last night. Bisons, I've became a fan of them from playing with my buddies due to the fact of their carry weight is ridiculous, and you can't attach a cart. You can attach a cart to the horse too. This is the tech tree for the animals. Remember how we were talking about last episode also about the animals? So here's the tech tree. I have a little system I like to do. I want them to move quicker. I'm going to try to give them a little bit more stamina and give them some carry weight because we're going to use them when we go on our runs. Take a look. Let's take a look at the bison. The bison has 3. So what I like to do, start here, there. So right there, you can increase up to 4 additional carry slots. Here, you can increase additional carry slots. It's all about increasing their carry slot. These guys aren't meant for fighting. I don't use them to fight. I don't use them to take it out to be a companion. I did learn a trick. We may not get to it on this episode, but I will show you guys the trick, how to tame a certain particular creature. I'm going to go here, from here, We're gonna run to here. Just gonna attach it to there. Okay. That being said, now we have power. Now we have the water ran along the bottom of the base. Now we need to connect it to our system. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take advantage and connect it to everything that I can connect it to help us out. So we're gonna go right here. So we're gonna go by this window, and connect it. It's a lot of back and forth running when you guys are running these lines. I like to run it this way so that way it gives it a little bit somewhat more of a cleaner look. I know there's folks out there that like running it different over the top, which is perfectly fine. Let me know how you guys like to run it. Those of you that have played the game. Boom. Now we have that connected to the water. Then what we're going to do, go back outside, and then we're going to run it to here. We're going to try to do it the best we can, as clean as we possibly can. Good again. Once we go over here, back over here, we're going to try to run it along the edge if possible. There. What I want to do is attach it here and then attach it there. There we go. Now we have this connected to water. What else can we attach to water? There's no water symbol on that one. There's no water symbol on that one, but we can attach it. Go ahead and get that taken care of. Perfect, because here's our connector. It's like we got a heavy windstorm coming in and we have that connected. Now everything we have is connected to water. So by then our ingots should be done producing here. Now we're going to go through and smelt them. Go ahead and smelt these, get the number we need to get to. So if you take a look, attaching it to the water, it just cut down the time to 40 to a minute. Before it was taking 2-3 minutes to get produced without it. Now it's going to take faster. So remember on the concrete yesterday, the concrete was saying, I did add this in there just to give us a little bit more slots for our food. Take advantage of that. 5% more XP. We're going to get, so right now we're getting 20%. So we're getting total of 25% more XP while we do stuff. These are ways you guys can take care of doing everything so you can help you with your level up. All right, first canister is about done getting full. What we're going to do is once this one's full, so if you take a look, craft these, what is it saying? So it's saying it's taking 7 seconds, right? Let me show you what's going to happen. With that 7 seconds, once I put this in there and turn it on, it should help us craft it fast. Turn it on. Boom. Now the base is being provided with water. So now them 7 seconds now turns into, still at 7 seconds for this. I thought I was going to make that quicker. Now we learned our lesson. Now if you take a look, now it dropped that down. Now it takes 4 seconds. Every 4 seconds that's going to keep on filling itself up. With that being said, while that is producing, we have that smelting. We're going to go ahead and grab the steel. Once we got these 10 up and going, pretty much means we're going to have it where it's mining the silicon. Now that we have this crafted, so now we're going to take advantage. We are going to place this down right there. Now with that being there, once we put the power in there, this is going to start harvesting from that node. So we're going to keep on letting it do its thing. Or we have enough fuel in it to keep on going? Yep. So it has enough fuel to keep on going in there. Wolf going. We're going to go ahead and get these guys skinned up. These guys being skinned up, we will get some of that and then we'll start to the next phase of our episode today. So with this level up, take a look. I'm going to put it into my combat because right here. So with this one, every time you craft an arrow, what it's going to do, it's going to give you a 2% projectile damage. You want to take this up to 3 because an additional 10%. I don't need to request anything. Alright, we're going to go to simple. Build a watchtower and place a beacon. Looks like we got a horse over there. We got a nice little wolf over here. And since I don't want to attract any unwanted guests while we are completing this, there's the beacon. I'm going to grab it. Get away real quick. And as you can tell, it's right next to it. So down. Missions are nice because they do give you a lot of XP, so they're good and they're worth doing. I know it may sound like a mundane or tedious task, but best way, you get XP during that. Sometimes you get lucky enough where they'll give you good rewards from them too. So this one's classified a medium. How do they adjust the difficulty system on this? I'm not 100% sure because I wouldn't call this medium. I call this easy. That's just in my opinion. So if you guys take a look at my XP bar, how it's going up. The reason is because I have my food buff still active. So it's going to give me additional XP. When this wears out, I want you guys to take a look at. So I have been noticing I have that perk to where I should be able to pick up these things automatically. And on top of that, look at my health bar. Look how big my health bar is. So with that, just keep in mind that the food buffs are worth having. You always want to keep on upgrading your tools too, because your yields are going to be higher. Less times being out here. So when you harvest the crops, be careful because they will not grow back. So don't go crazy harvesting all those wild crops thinking they're just going to respawn. They will not respawn back for you. So we're going to go ahead and clear this area up. Alright. Now that we have this all nice and somewhat cleared up, remember what I was guys telling you about the perk? If you take a look now, when I go craft an arrow, look right underneath of it. Deadly 1. 2%. So that means that all those arrows I craft are going to do 2% more damage on top of their regular ones. Let's go with 20. Always trying to time. Alright, so let's go ahead and start placing this. Trying to be so we got that going. Come on. It's the part that drives me crazy sometimes when I'm doing this. That up. For me, at least, I learned that this is the easiest way to do this one. Due to the fact is, it's wood, it's easy to craft, it's easy to get the stuff for it. And then, I just let it sit in there until it decides that it wants to despawn. And if you take a look, this is how I do this. Now, we do have to keep on going up. We have to keep on going up until we have that a bubble. We have to place that relay within that bubble. If it's not within that bubble, it will not count it as part of the mission. Just keep that in mind. Boom. There we go. And rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat it. Take a look. Boom. Boom. And we'll worry about the rest. Right there. Right there. Right there. Okay. Those of you that think that if you leave the stump, the tree grows back. The tree does not grow back. In order to get that to grow back up, you're going to need a new terraforming tool. On console, there is a new one. And on PC, with the latest map expansion, they did release. This is a system I like to do. Because it's quick, it's easy, and you get this thing knocked out relatively quick. If you want to go more fancier, you're more than welcome to. I don't see a point in that one. But I do know that there's players out there that like to do it, be a little bit more aesthetic. In my playthroughs, I like to be as efficient as I can. I am loving this game. Take that one out. So please don't think I'm not loving this game, because I do. Been catching myself with my buddies. We've been playing it a lot. On that one, we have been grinding. Now what we're doing is we all have our own map, we'll go together, play together, or sometimes when one of them aren't on, we'll go to our own map. So if you take a look, the stability isn't the best. I don't care about the stability right now. What I care about is putting this bad boy down. Boom. We are done. That's how quick and easy it is. All we have to do now is go collect our stuff. Oh, look at that, Mr. Wolf. Now, I will tell you, one of the missions that we had on my buddy's map, we had the mission where it was go get the ID badges. Yeah, that was fun because we ended up, it was like 6-7 bears that we had to deal with. And because it was right next to where I had the tower, I was able to flank it. And it got to the point where it only had one beam left till I killed him. So we were able to do it. We died so many times that it's not even funny. Let's go collect our stuff, our reward. Going. What stuff I can get? Extension chamber. Yeah, I just do this one since I haven't unlocked that yet. We're done. Voila, 10,000 XP, 20 Ren. Guys, we don't do the missions for the Ren. To make the Ren is nice, but we use the Ren. What we want to do is use the XP for the missions to level your character up. Eventually, you're going to get to that point where you're going to hit, I believe it's level 60 with the cap. Once you hit that cap, you no longer get talent point, but you will get tech points. So you will get to a point where you have everything unlocked in the tech tree. That's why I said don't go crazy trying to do everything at one time. Unlock what you need so you guys can progress for your progression faster. If not, you're going to slow your game down. Locate abandoned base. Okay, this one we're going to do this on the next episode. I'm going to let it sit there. We're going to do that on the next episode. That one can take a minute and it can be a pain in the you know what. Let's check our crops. They're not ready to harvest yet. So, alright. So after we got that done, we ended up getting that attachment. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it away for right now. Now, if you notice, we got more wood. So I'm going to go ahead and produce more sap. Get more of the sap going for our biofuel. And we ended up getting some more bone. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get the bone going. That way we make more epoxy, because we will be burning through epoxy like crazy. And we're going to cook. So now you can use food to dry. The difference versus drying versus cooking it in the cooker is that if you dry it, you are going to lose the chance of getting that XP buff. When you're at higher levels, that is going to help you because it feels like it's going to take forever to level up. So this is where the ABCs will come into effect. It won't be such a big gain, but it'll be enough for you to be able to develop your character, continue to grow up and grow in levels. So see, actually what we can do is this, look. We have seeds. Make some seed oil. Alright, let's make some. There you go. Now that we have some seed oil, let's show you this. With seed oil, we're going to put it in here. And our canisters are full. Okay? We're going to grab this canister. We're going to go ahead. Put it on this drill. Boom. Now the deposit is being mined. You can later on upgrade it to electrical. Upgrading to electrical is going to be nice because then you could just put a solar panel or whatnot and get it to upgrade. Get that going. Just keep in mind that if you do that, you're going to need to figure out how much power do you need. I know folks out there they'll tell you, oh yeah, just put a windmill on it. Check how much power does the windmill produce versus what it needs. Easiest way to say, easiest way to look. So if you go, we're gonna go here to tech tree, I believe that's tier 3. So to run an electrical one, that is gonna be a windmill produces how much power? 1750, okay? So for the mining rig, you need 2000, so it's not gonna work. What me and my buddies do, we just run a portable generator. build a little hut, run a portable generator in it. That will not work. So those of you that are seeing that, oh yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work perfectly. I just showed you. It will not work. So it may work on those of you that play on PC. I have it on PC. I don't have that much time on PC. So if you take a look, voila, we're producing silicon. And it lasts us for 2 hours. So every 2 hours, a full canister will last. Now I did try the idea already of putting in multiple to see if it constantly keeps on rotating. It doesn't. You actually have to manually go there and do it. So those of you that were wondering, can I just put multiple and don't worry about it? It ain't gonna work. It won't work, guys. I already tried it in hopes of thinking the same way you guys were thinking. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys stopping up. If you guys take a look, it has been a pretty productive episode. We upgraded and started the process of making our base, going from working the steps to make it into biofuel energy. On the next episode, we're going to go knock out a couple more missions, and then we're going to work on building a ranch house for the animals. Due to the fact is you'll see in the episode eventually that the animals are going to continue to get attacked. So and maybe knock out a mission or two depending on how easy they are. But with that being said, this is your boy Lewis with Demigods Gaming. Thank you for stopping up today, spending some time with us on this episode. Those of you that are new to the channel, appreciate if you guys could do me a favor, just drop a like and a subscribe, and if you turn on your notifications, you'll see when I post new videos or when I go live. When I'm live, come in and join. Those of you that are part of the group, thank you guys. I greatly appreciate all your love and everything all your love you guys give to me. Leave me a like if you guys could do me a favor. Also, leave a comment down below. How do you guys like to run your system with that? All right, guys. With that being said, Lewis with Demigods Gaming. Lewis out. Have a good one.